Unfaithful time, you walk without footprints, yet every step bruises the heart. You arrive like a promise and leave like a theft, smiling as you empty our hands. You borrowed my youth without asking, returned it as wrinkles and sighs. You said just a moment and stole whole years. You said, be patient, and turned patience to dust. Unfaithful time, you are a friend in the beginning, an enemy in the end, a guest who never leaves, a thief who never sleeps. You placed hope in my pockets and cut the seams. You gave me dreams and shortened the nights. You taught me to wait and punished me for waiting. You taught me to love and punished me for loving. I trusted your clocks, they lied in chorus. I believed your calendars, they conspired in silence. I held your seconds like fragile glass. You shattered them into yesterday. You promised reunion and delivered distance. You promised healing and delivered scars. You promised soon with a straight face, and hid never behind your back. Unfaithful time, even the sun complains about you. Even the moon grows tired of your tricks. Stars fall because you whisper lies to gravity. Nights grow longer because you feed them sorrow. You turned laughter into echoes. You turned names into memories. You turned homes into addresses. You turned people into photographs. I asked you to pause. You pretended not to hear. I begged you to slow, you ran. I pleaded you to return. You vanished. I learned to cry in your language. Unfaithful time, you are fluent in goodbyes. Your grammar is lost. Your punctuation is tears. Every sentence you write ends with gone. Every paragraph closes with too late. You made the child in me a stranger. You made the stranger in me familiar. You erased the handwriting of innocence and replaced it with the signature of regret. You took my mother's smile and aged it gently. You took my father's strength and bent it quietly. You took my friends and scattered them like seeds. Some grew far away, some never grew again. Unfaithful time, you never keep your word. You only keep moving. You don't break promises, you dissolve them. You don't end stories, you abandon them. I tried to save moments in jars. You poked holes in the glass. I tried to press days into books. You smudged the ink. You made love urgent and regret permanent. You made meetings rare and departures routine. You taught us to say someday instead of today, and punished us when someday never came. Unfaithful time, you wear the mask of opportunity, but your hands are full of endings. You knock with beginnings and leave with farewells. You arrive with spring and exit with winter. You trained my heart for marathons of waiting, then tripped it near the finish line. You showed me doors and hid the keys. You showed me roads and removed the signs. You are generous with tomorrows, miserly with nows. You scatter chances like confetti, then sweep them away before we bend. Unfaithful time, you speak in ticking riddles. You laugh in the gaps between seconds. You stand behind every almost. You sit inside every if only. You watched as love learned patience, then tested it with distance. You watched as hearts learned hope, then tested it with delay. You gave me a season and stole a lifetime. You gave me a touch and stole a future. You let me taste forever for a moment, then turned the moment into dust. Unfaithful time, you are the master of postponement, the king of later, the emperor of not yet. Your throne is built from waiting rooms. Your crown is forged from sighs. You taught my eyes the geography of loss. You taught my hands the shape of absence. You taught my voice to call into emptiness, and my silence to answer. You took the color from yesterday. You drained the warmth from last year. You left me with black and white memories, and a heart that forgets how to be new. Unfaithful time, even pain grows tired of you. Even grief asks for a break. But you do not negotiate, you only advance. You step over our plans like puddles. You step on our prayers like leaves. You pretend to be neutral, but you always take sides with decay. You gave me chances wrapped in hurry. You gave me warnings wrapped in delay. You whispered now when I was not ready. You whispered later when it was too late. Unfaithful time, you keep no souvenirs, only us. You move on and leave us behind, carrying your fingerprints on our faces. You changed the music of my laughter. You changed the tempo of my tears. You slowed joy and sped up sorrow. You edited my life without permission. You turned promises into maybes. You turned maybes into never. You turned certainty into doubt, and doubt into habit. Unfaithful time, you are the cruelest teacher. Your lessons cost years. You give wisdom in exchange for innocence. You give clarity in exchange for youth. You taught me that people change, then change them faster. You taught me that nothing is permanent, then proved it mercilessly. You let me hold happiness like a feather, then sent a storm. Unfaithful time, you are the guest who overstays and the host who never welcomes. You sit in every chair and stand in every doorway. You are the dust on photographs and the blur in mirrors, the quiet eraser of sharp memories. You taught my hands to tremble around yesterdays. You taught my eyes to search for ghosts. You trained my heart to recognize absence before it learned to recognize peace. Unfaithful time, you hide inside every one day. You sleep inside every maybe. You stretch hope until it thins, then watch it tear. You made promises heavy and moments light. You made meetings brief and partings long. You turned closeness into nostalgia and nostalgia into ache. You gave me a garden of intentions, then changed the season without warning. You let flowers bloom in trust, then frost them with reality. Unfaithful time, you never announce your storms. You only show the wreckage. You never explain your silence. You only leave echoes. You taught me that waiting is a form of bleeding, slow, invisible, polite. You taught me that patience has limits, but you never showed mercy. You took the certainty from plans, the courage from decisions. You replaced them with hesitation and called it maturity. Unfaithful time, you made children grow up too fast and adults grow old too slow. You rushed innocence and delayed peace. You taught laughter to be careful and joy to be temporary. You warned happiness about staying, and it listened. Unfaithful time, you are the space between two heartbeats where fear sneaks in. You are the pause between two words where meaning escapes. You turned confidence into caution and courage into calculation. You taught us to think twice and live once. You let me believe in forever mornings, then introduced me to evening. You let me trust in beginnings, then trained me in endings. Unfaithful time, You are the architect of distance, the engineer of drift. You build walls with minutes and roads with years. You took the sparkle from surprise and the wonder from discovery. You made everything expected, and expectation made everything dull. Unfaithful time, you taught my heart to whisper, because shouting wastes seconds. You taught my soul to hurry, because stillness costs. You turned sincerity into strategy, and honesty into risk. You taught us to protect ourselves, and called it wisdom. Unfaithful time, you are the clock that ticks inside regret, the calendar that hangs in guilt. You circle mistakes in red, and never erase them. You let me fall in love with moments, then age them into memories. You let me trust in faces, then blurred them. Unfaithful time, you are the reason we take pictures, and the reason they hurt. You are the reason we remember, and the reason we cannot return. You taught me that silence can be loud, and absence can be heavy. You taught me that missing is a skill, and I learned it too well. Unfaithful time, you made goodbyes casual, and hellos formal. You turned reunions into events, and departures into routines. You let me believe in stability, then showed me motion. You let me believe in roots, then taught me about wind. Unfaithful time, you are the reason promises need reminders, and reminders need alarms. You are the reason we forget what mattered, and remember what hurt. You took the heat from passion, and replaced it with comfort. You took the fire from love, and replaced it with habit. Unfaithful time, you made romance efficient, and affection scheduled. You put hearts on calendars, and feelings on hold. You taught me that everything expires, even effort, even care. You taught me that trying has a limit, and you never showed it. Unfaithful time, you are the reason apologies come late, and gratitude comes after. You teach us lessons with delay, and expect instant understanding. You took the urgency from dreams, and replaced it with excuses. You took the sharpness from desire, and replaced it with doubt. Unfaithful time, you made the future intimidating, and the past inviting. You painted yesterday in gold, and tomorrow in fog. You let me collect moments like coins, then devalued them. You let me invest in people, then crashed the market. Unfaithful time, you are the interest on regret, the compound on mistakes. You grow pain quietly, while we sleep. You taught me that even love can get tired, even loyalty can fade. You taught me that effort is not infinite, and you are not kind. Unfaithful time, you are the reason we say, I wish, and the reason it hurts. You are the distance between desire and reality, and the wall between intention and action. You took the simplicity from happiness, and replaced it with conditions. You taught us to earn joy, and pay for peace. Unfaithful time, you made rest feel guilty, and work feel endless. You blurred the line between living and surviving, until we forgot which is which. You let me grow comfortable in sadness, and uneasy in joy. You trained my heart for disappointment, and surprised it with peace.